Hey guys, this is Varun Shah from the No Community channel, bringing you the Friday video. I haven't really come up with a name for this series. It's more tips and helps. If you guys have some suggestions, sound off in the comments. I'm probably going to go with Friday tips if I don't come up with anything else. So this week, I'm going to be talking about phone tips, specifically quick suggestions on buying, protecting, and charging your phones. This turned out to be a lot longer than I was planning. Initially, I was just going to talk about protecting, but I thought since it was a little shorter, I could expand to buying and charging. So let's get started. So not everybody knows right off the bat that they're going to be buying an iPhone or a Samsung. Some people who have bought these phones in the past are likely to stick with them, but sometimes we like to see what else is out there, see what there is in comparison. So some of us do a little research. Generally, if you bought an iPhone in the past, you're probably going to stay within the Apple system. Sometimes you want to switch. Sometimes Android users want to go to Apple. Apple users wants to go to Android. The question is, how do I compare these kind of different phones in terms of their features and specifications and other utilities that come with each of these phones? So a website I found that is really helpful is the one that you're seeing here, GSM Arena. It's the most in-depth website for comparison. You can look at specs such as camera quality, in terms of processor speed, in terms of memory, in terms of is there an expandable slot, what kind of SIM card does it use. It even has some great comparison shots for videos and pictures. It's not as great as some other websites out there. Some other users may go out and tape the exact same thing or take pictures of the exact same thing with their phones, with the different phones. You can usually find comparison videos like that online for a given year, but this is pretty good if you're just looking for a basic comparison and it's just maybe a minor factor, or if it's a major factor, I would definitely go and search out those videos. These guys also maintain detailed information and it's always up to date, so it's a great one to check out. Along with that, this website also maintains a great YouTube channel. On the right, you can see them demoing the iPhone 6. So you can take a look and see if the way they showcase the product is something you're interested in. Obviously, there are tons of YouTubers out there who are doing phone comparisons. So you can almost always find major phone comparisons directly in a video or just to see hands-on pictures. But I would strongly suggest you start here. It's a great way to start and look at what you're looking for in your phone, or to just see what else is out there and see if you're interested in switching. Then for many buyers, the next question is, what case am I going to buy for my phone? Not everyone, of course, buys a case. Some people are okay with leaving the case off their phone. They think it kind of adds bulk to their phone and they don't want that. For those people, obviously, they feel safe handling their phones. Personally, I'm a Butterfingers. I always drop my phone a lot, and I like to have my phone differentiate itself a little bit than everyone else's. For instance, if we all had iPhones in my house, we would always be mixing them up, so I'd like having a case to differentiate mine between my brothers or my dad's or whoever's. The thing that amazes me, though, is when people are buying cases, normally they're in a Best Buy or an Apple store or wherever, these cases sometimes cost upwards of $30 to $50 per case. You should not be paying that much for a case. It is a ripoff, and you're just paying fluff because it's there and it's a convenience charge that they're charging you. This is one of the great examples of buying an item online that will almost always be cheaper online than in the store. So if you're looking for an iPhone case, a Samsung case, whatever, I would suggest you look in two key places, eBay and Amazon. I recommend eBay over Amazon only because you have a lot more variety generally, and also you get cheaper prices more often than not. Amazon is good because you can see reviews for cases if that's what you're interested in. Normally, if I see a case, I can usually tell the quality just from a few pictures. Also, Amazon, for some people, may be a little bit more secure. When searching on eBay, there are a couple quick settings you should set up. I would set it to worldwide. I would set it to buy it now. You can do auctions, but it's kind of a pain. And then you can also sort it by shipping and lowest, so you can find the cheapest cases. Generally, a price for a decent case you can find between $3 and $10. That range will generally get you the best bang for your buck. Recently, I purchased a phone and I got 3 cases plus a bunch of screen protectors for about $10, whereas a comparable case to one of the cases I was looking at was $50 at Best Buy. So that's just a clear comparison showing you. But granted, it's also going to take a long time for these to show up because most of these are going to be shipping from China. You can set your location to buy in the United States, but generally you're going to be paying a dollar or two more. If you're willing to spend that dollar or two, great. In my case, I usually know about 2 weeks out when I'm going to buy a specific phone, so I just buy the cases ahead of time. So when the phone is in my possession, I already have the cases. And then a quick note about warranties. If you are worried that you're going to drop your phone or damage your phone, or you're prone to doing that, I would suggest investing in a warranty if you think it's worth it to you. Obviously, you should look at your finances and other situation, but if it's in your budget, may as well get it, especially if someone else, maybe your job, is paying for the phone, and maybe if they'll cover the warranty. Generally, I would suggest going for a square trade warranty because it covers a lot more and you get more coverage. And another neat tidbit that I found out recently was that you could even take your phone to get serviced in an official Apple store and then just send the bill to SquareTrade and they'll reimburse you. So you're even covered if Apple themselves repairs your phone for you. That, of course, is for iPhone users. I'm not aware if a similar program is in place for Motorola or Samsung or Nokia. And finally, I'm going to talk to you about charging and battery packs. I just got back recently from RTX 2015, and I can't tell you how many people were always fighting for outlets or complaining that their phones were dying. A lot of people aren't aware about these battery packs, or they just haven't chosen to invest in them. You can get a decent one for $9 to $10. The one picture there, I believe, is about $10 on Amazon. You can get about a 40% charge for most phones out of it. So if your phone's dying, it's a good way to just keep it running throughout the day. Also, it's great for on the run or just during emergencies when when it dies unexpectedly and you really need it. There are, of course, bigger capacities that could even triple charge your phone or cover it over many charges if you go on the lot. So you can look into those. You can find a decent one that can charge multiple times for, I think, $13-15 when they go on sale. If you really want a decent price, I would wait for an Amazon Gold Box deal or for Black Friday. These will go on sale like crazy during those periods. So I would definitely invest in one if you haven't already. It's great for emergencies. And then let's say you need a second charger. Maybe it's for a replacement if the old one broke, or you just want a second one at work or at school or with you on the go. This is one of the few times where I would say cheaper is not better, because cheaper usually means lower quality in this case. Cheaper could also mean it wasn't tested or UL approved, which could damage your phone, or it could just blow up and cause a fire if you're buying one off eBay. In this case, I would strongly recommend you do one of three things. A, stick with an approved charger. So if you're an iPhone user, I would highly recommend you stick with the official Apple charger if you can. Obviously, these are kind of expensive, but that's the price you pay when you buy an iPhone. If your charger is broken, by the way, most of the time, even if it's out of warranty, you can take it into an Apple store if the cable or the charger plug is broken. And if you get a nice rep, they will usually just exchange it for free. You have to just ask nicely and don't be rude. Let's say you just need some replacement cables for your phone. Amazon has something called Amazon Basic, which is essentially Amazon produced products. You can find Amazon Basic lightning cables, micro USB cables, heck, even wall chargers. Those are usually pretty well tested, so you're almost always guaranteed to get a quality thing. I would also say if you've got a Motorola or a Nokia, it's usually pretty easy to find OEM or original manufacturer charger for Nokia or Motorola. Samsung is a little bit harder because sometimes they have proprietary chargers or sometimes they have a specific charge that they're using. So I wouldn't recommend buying those online because you don't know if you're getting a knockoff. That's another thing. You have to be wary of knockoffs. Just because it looks like the official Apple charger on eBay, if it's like $2 or $3 compared to the $20, you're probably getting a knockoff. Unless someone can show you that it came in an official Apple box, and even in those cases, it's sometimes a ripoff because they have fake boxes too these days. I would strongly recommend buying an official Apple charger directly in store or from an approved retailer. And that's about all I have to share with you this week for phone tips. I hope you guys found this useful. For those of you who are just subscribing because of my question in the no RTX video, thanks for joining me. I didn't really mean that to be a shout out to my channel. It was more just a basic question, but thank you for joining. I hope you find what I've produced this week for you guys useful. Hopefully you'll check out some of the other videos I'm linking right here. These are some of the more timeless videos I was talking about. Of course, I will be back this Monday with Deals of the Week. I took a little break for RTX and exams. I will be back and producing on Monday and Fridays. I am debating on whether producing a third video for Wednesdays. I haven't decided quite yet. If you guys want to support me, please leave comments. That's what I need. I need feedback. I need to know how to improve myself. And if you would be so kind, share the video, do whatever you can to promote it, because apparently I'm not doing it well enough. Maybe you guys can do better. Thanks a lot. Have a fantastic day, guys. See you later.